The galaxy was once the domain of the Arctii Empire, an ancient, technologically superior species that spanned 1,000 star systems and lived for millennia. Their dominion over the stars was a testament to their relentless expansionism, the unwavering might of their military, and the sophistication of their science. They ruled with an iron fist, crushing any species that stood in their way, believing themselves to be the pinnacle of evolution, the rightful rulers of the universe. In the outer reaches of their empire, far from the core, a small blue planet orbited a yellow star. The Arctii had passed over it for centuries, dismissing it as nothing more than a primitive world inhabited by a weak species, humans. They had no advanced technology, no powerful armies, and no understanding of the vast cosmic forces that moved through the universe. Yet, this insignificant planet, this pale blue dot, would become the greatest threat the Arctii Empire had ever faced. The first wave came silently, unnoticed, a simple fleet of reconnaissance ships monitoring Earth's progress in space exploration. The Arctii didn't see humanity as a threat. They had already conquered species far more advanced than these primitive creatures with their inefficient technologies and primitive methods of war. The Arctii's leader, Emperor Cathar, had laughed at the notion of human resistance when he was first briefed about them. "They're like ants," Cathar mused as he surveyed the records of Earth's history. "Ants don't challenge the feet of giants." But the Arctii underestimated one thing: the spirit of humanity. It began with a skirmish at the edge of the solar system. Humanity had launched its first interstellar probe, a daring exploration vessel that ventured far beyond the reach of its homeworld, carrying a simple message encoded in the universal language of mathematics. The message was meant for anyone who might hear it, a message of peace, curiosity, and the hope of connecting with other intelligent life. But when the Arctii discovered the probe, they saw it as an intrusion, a challenge to their power. A fleet was dispatched to intercept the probe, and, in doing so, ensure that humanity's potential for space exploration was suppressed before it could become a real threat. The attack was swift and decisive. The Arctii obliterated the probe with a burst of focused energy, reducing it to a cloud of ionized particles in seconds. But this act would be their first mistake. What they hadn't counted on was the determination of the humans to fight back. On Earth, a young scientist named Dr. Emily Carter, who had been working with the crew of the probe, monitored the situation from a ground station in Nevada. As the transmission from the probe was lost, she scrambled to understand the sudden disappearance. Communication is lost. The probe. It's gone. She sat in stunned silence, staring at the data streaming across her screen. A second later, her phone buzzed. It was a message from an encrypted military channel. EMERGENCYUNIDENT IFIE DOBJECTSDET ETTTEDINSOLARS YS2EM PRELIMIAR YINTELIND ICATESHOST ILAA LIENCRAFT. The world didn't know it yet, but this would be the day that humanity truly discovered its place in the universe. The first wave of alien ships entered Earth's orbit, just as humanity's leaders were scrambling to organize a defense. The Arctii were swift, professional, and efficient. They attacked key military installations first, disabling Earth's primary space defense systems in mere moments. They believed that with the planet's technological infrastructure shattered, humanity would crumble. What they didn't account for, however, was humanity's refusal to give up. The instinct to survive had been ingrained into the human psyche over millennia, honed by war, famine, and the unforgiving environment of Earth itself. Human beings had faced extinction before and emerged stronger for it. And this time, they would not be so easily defeated. In the aftermath of the initial attack, a global coalition was formed. Nations put aside their differences to face the greater threat, pooling their resources and knowledge. Despite their primitive technology, humans knew how to adapt. They were capable of working together in ways no other species had ever done before. Dr. Emily Carter became the driving force behind humanity's resistance. She worked alongside military commanders, engineers, and scientists to reverse engineer the remnants of alien technology, focusing on the one thing the Arctii had left behind: their weapons. Using these salvaged pieces, humanity was able to create a new class of spacecraft faster, more agile, and capable of outmaneuvering the sluggish, bulky Arctii ships. The Arctii had underestimated human ingenuity. What followed was a war unlike any the galaxy had ever seen. The Arctii sent fleet after fleet, confident that their superior technology would allow them to crush the upstart humans. But they didn't account for the human resolve, the willingness to sacrifice everything in the name of survival. Humanity fought in ways no alien species could have predicted. They fought with desperation, with cunning, and with an unyielding will to preserve their way of life. In the heart of the conflict, the greatest battle the galaxy had ever witnessed raged across the skies of Earth. Humanity's fleet had become a force to be reckoned with, and as they tore through Arctii ships with precision and ingenuity, the tide began to turn. The Arctii were shocked. They had never faced a species that refused to die, that refused to be defeated. And as their fleets began to crumble, their leaders began to realize the true nature of the humans they had once dismissed. Humanity wasn't like any species they had encountered before. They didn't fight because they were the strongest. They fought because they had something no other species had, something that made them unpredictable, dangerous, and unstoppable. Humanity fought because they had hope. And hope, against all odds, was more powerful than any weapon. The final confrontation took place on the surface of Earth. The Arctii sent a vast invasion force, intending to capture the planet and force humanity into submission. They landed in the plains of Mongolia, their advanced war machines towering over the landscape. But what they found waiting for them was not the resistance they expected. Humanity had prepared, and their resolve had turned the world into a living battlefield. Every person, from the youngest child to the oldest elder, had a role to play. Civilian networks became military cells, farming equipment was repurposed into weapons, and every corner of Earth had become a fortress. The Arctii, for all their strength, could not overcome the sheer unpredictability of human tactics. They were used to battles fought by the rules, by the book. But the humans didn't follow any book. They fought with passion, with fire, with the unshakable belief that their species was worth saving. In the end, the Arctii fleet was overwhelmed, and the remaining survivors were forced to retreat from Earth. The aftermath of the war was a testament to humanity's resilience. The Arctii Empire, once an unstoppable force that spanned the stars, was broken. Their arrogance had led to their downfall, and Earth, this insignificant, primitive planet, had become the symbol of what the universe had underestimated. Humanity had not only survived, they had triumphed. In the years that followed, the story of Earth's victory spread across the galaxy. The remnants of the Arctii Empire became little more than a cautionary tale, a reminder that no matter how powerful a species might be, it was never wise to underestimate the indomitable will of humanity. The human race would continue to explore the stars, not as a fledgling species, but as a power to be reckoned with. The Arctii Empire, once a symbol of dominance, had fallen. And in its place, humanity stood, united and stronger than ever before. Because one thing was clear, humanity, for all its flaws, had something the universe would never be able to replicate: hope.